Throughout dinner, Roshanan, who was amazed by the work and intelligent personality of the secretary of the company he asked for, Brown Core Ruth, continued to pay attention to the woman. For Ross, dinners like that, which usually make him feel bored, became more enjoyable because Ruth was there.
I apologize to you. I don't know you can't drink alcohol.
It doesn't matter. Not everyone has to know about my illness, and I am so impressed with Miss Ruth, your secretary. I think I should have a secretary like her.
Maybe there won't be another secretary like Ruth. I even got it with great difficulty. She's like a diamond in a haystack.
Mr. Zane, you seem to be exaggerating. There are still many people who are more competent than me.
Ruth felt uncomfortable because she was being praised too highly. Ross smiled faintly as he looked at Ruth. His curiosity towards the girl increased, and he thought of several plans in his mind. The boring dinner was finally over. Everyone from Brown Core had left one by one. Ruth was waiting for a taxi.
Didn't your boss take you home?
Ruth was quite surprised because she thought that Ross had also left earlier.
Of course I would feel embarrassed if I had to be taken home by my superiors, sir. I would also be more comfortable going home alone.
It turns out you have principles. You make me even more interested. It's rare to find an independent girl like you these days, Miss Ruth.
Sir, you are too kind.
Instantly, Ruth's heart beat very fast. However, she tried to neutralize her thoughts and assumed that Ross was interested in her not because she was a woman, but because of her ability to work as a secretary.
Why aren't you home yet? I thought you would have gone home with the others first.
I came here earlier with a private driver. I told him to go home, and I was a little late in asking him to come pick me up.
The atmosphere felt awkward for Ruth because she had to be alone with Ross. Even though they were now in an open area, Ruth still felt like her heart was not safe because it was beating so fast. This Octi man, how can he be so sweet to her on their first meeting? Aren't Ox sufferers usually more likely to avoid physical contact with new people? Ruth doesn't know if what the man said was true, or if he just deliberately made up an excuse to be picked up a little late so he could chat with her.
Are you interested in being my secretary, Miss Ruth?
Suddenly, Ruth was shocked because she didn't expect that the man would offer her the position of secretary. Even though this man clearly knew that she was the secretary of Zane Brown, his partner company, she froze in place.
I will give you double the salary of your current boss. If you feel it's still not enough, I will give you 3 times the salary of your current salary.
I've had enough on my current salary.
Ruth felt that she should not be easily tempted by numbers because she still had to be a professional secretary, according to her place of work.
You shouldn't answer in a hurry. You can think about my offer carefully. Oh yeah, I will also provide facilities in the form of your own vehicle. Basically, you will get many benefits if you become my secretary.
However, all of Ross' efforts were in vain because Ruth's answer was still the same. This woman is very difficult to influence. Once no, always no.
There are lots of talented people in Los Angeles. I'm sure you can find a new secretary who is more suitable than me, sir.
Ross wouldn't force it, but maybe in the future, he would have to make sure that Ruth agreed to his offer. Not long after, the car that picked up Ross arrived. The driver got out and picked up the man, so he could get on immediately. However, Ross asked the driver to just wait in the car.
Do you want to come home with me? I think that would be better and save you taxi costs.
No need to bother, sir. I can go home myself. Besides, I've ordered a taxi online.
It seems tonight a sad night for me because I have been rejected twice.
Don't talk like that. I'll take you to the car.
However, just as Ruth took a step, her foot accidentally tripped and then accidentally hit Ross's body. Luckily, the man quickly caught her body, so she didn't fall. At the same time, Ross smelled the very fresh aroma of rosemary from Ruth's body. He felt the aroma was very familiar, even though he didn't remember anything at all.
This scent.
Ross muttered in a very small voice, but Ruth could hear him. For a few moments, the two were silent, looking into each other's eyes.
Are you okay?
Okay.
Ruth moved away from Ross and kept safe distance from him. Ruth tried to take her eyes off Ross and finally saw that the online taxi she had ordered had arrived. She took the opportunity to leave. After that incident, Ross felt like he wasn't sleeping well. He even woke up in the middle of the night. He really felt a little stressed because Ruth always appeared in his mind. He also called Henry, who was his main doctor.
Hello, are you asleep?
I haven't slept.
Thank goodness. That means I'm not bothering you.
What's wrong with you calling me at night? Is there a problem?
Actually, yes. I even just woke up from a very surprising dream. I seem to remember several pieces of events from the past.
Isn't that great? Maybe you can get all your memories intact?
Yes, I know this is good, but I also dreamed of a woman I just met today. I don't know why she appeared in my dream. I'm very confused now.
It could be that woman who stimulated the nerves in your brain so that you could remember fragments of past events.
Anato, could that be?
That's a pretty big possibility. Now you better rest. Don't worry too much about this.
Ross wondered why he felt that Ruth was familiar to him. Is it possible that this woman has something to do with his past that he doesn't remember at all?